10,000 tons of enemy shipping sent down to the bottom of the Med in only 4 days into our patrol. That's not even counting that freighter that those flyboys out of Sicily bombed and stole from us after we torpedoed and crippled it. Regardless, spirits on board good old U-75 are high as we cross in the grid CN-34 near the island of Malta. Reports have been coming in that the British are flying more nighttime sorties with long-range aircraft, such as Sunderlands and PBYs. To aid in attacking our U-boats, a powerful searchlight is attached under the wing. This light, in conjunction with radar, proves to be a devastating combination, striking our boats when traditionally we would have been safe, at night. Thankfully, we have not encountered one of these so-called ley light contraptions yet, but the idea of being bombed by surprise in the middle of the night has the crew on edge, especially as we near Malta. A routine hydrophone check was ordered. The ballast rushed with cool Mediterranean water, and U-75 plunged down to 20 meters. It is the dead of night. The moon has set, and we can certainly hear much more down here than we can see on the surface. Looks like we actually have something though. Very, very faint contact off to 290. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard U-75 as we continue our 4th patrol in the Mediterranean. It is July 21st, 1942, 10 minutes before midnight, and we have encountered a sound contact. Let's go over to the hydrophone and take a listen. It is insanely faint out there. If we look at 290 and take a listen, there is a very faint chugging there. We can barely hear it over our own electric motors. Let's reduce down to 50 RPM and see if that helps. There it is. Much clearer. I can't tell if it's getting closer. Yeah, definitely at least a single ship there. It kind of sounds like a warship. Or maybe even, honestly, it kind of sounds like a fishing boat. It's really difficult to tell, but it's so distant that I feel like it could be anything. Let's go ahead and plot this off to 290. Bring up the ruler, 290. I'm gonna guess that she is about, let's see, 24, 25 kilometers away. There we go. Right about there. She is way, way out there. We are going to maintain this course for just a little bit. Let's start the timer for at least 3 minutes. I want to see which direction the ship's moving. Oh man, that really just... It honestly sounds like it has left bearing drift. Like she's closing in on 280. Okay, let's give it a little bit of time here and see. We are barely crawling here at 1 knot. We are dropping down as well because we're not able to maintain depth at this speed. Okay, a little bit more time compression. Our hydrophone operator hasn't even picked up the target, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's take a listen now. Yeah, definitely at 280. Okay, so we are going to change course. I'm thinking we will head north at like 340, change course. I'll head slow. Let's plot this. 280. 280, 11, okay. Just want to make sure we have this marked up properly. I'm gonna guess she is probably constant distance there. Oh, there. So I do believe that this contact is heading west. We're going to turn to pursue. All ahead standard and surface the boat. Let's check the torpedo situation. All torpedoes loaded up and ready to rock and roll. The conditions up top are actually quite good. And while we're hitting the surface, I'm going to have my hydrophone operator and radio man rest a little bit, because we will need them whenever we continue the chase. So let's come up. I don't think we're going to be able to see them. Like I said, this contact seems like it's quite far out there. There's no need to recharge batteries. We were only submerged for a total of about 10 minutes, so we did not use much battery power at all. Let's go to the bridge and take a look here. Let's bring up the Ouzo. This ship should be right in front of us somewhere. I highly doubt we're going to be able to see much of anything. I actually thought I did see something there, but nope. Yeah, just a whole lot of fog. We are going to continue the chase. We will submerge in a little bit to check on our contact and see if it is drifting away, getting closer, further away. Let's increase to full. That should get us up to around 16 knots. We've been racing forward for quite a while. We are going to dive down to periscope depth, please. Quick scan before we go under. Yep, a whole lot of nothing. Bring her down. Down to PD, and we're going to see if this contact is louder. How far have we traveled? Quite far. Let's see, we've moved about 12 kilometers already over a course of about 30 minutes now. Let's get our good hydrophone operator on station. Good old Klaus here. Get on the hydrophone, sir. Have your buddy help you out as well. There we go. Dropping down. And reduce speed. Don't want to be making a whole bunch of racket. So hopefully our hydrophone operator will be able to hear nicely here. Let's go over to the hydrophone. Contact was off. Well, she should be right in front of us. Yeah, she is. Much louder. Sounds like two ships. One high-pitched screws. And then I hear a slow chugging in the background there, too. It really is giving tugboat vibes. Hard to tell. Could be a Corvette or something. Let's see. There we go. Warship. That's what he's identifying it as. We were not too bad with the range. They are moving away. 2 warships. 1 merchant ships. That's what Klaus is picking up. He has better ears than I. I was only hearing 2 ships there. Interesting. And they are, in fact, moving away. So it looks like they are heading northwest. In that case, let's... actually, I'm liking this course, then. They say they're moving fast. Warship's moving fast. The rest are moving medium speed. So I'm going to guess they're moving around 10 knots. All right, surface the boat. All ahead full. Oh, my gosh. Man the flat guns. Fire at will. Where is it? Is that close? All ahead flank. All right, here we go. Right full rudder. Looking at him. You do not just send it. Engage at whatever you see. There we go, firing at him. Play light. Oh boy. Okay, come on, keep turning. Are they gonna drop? Oh no. There we go. Got some hits. Smoking engine. Oh my gosh, we got him. Good job, boys. Good job. Debris in the water. That's what I'm talking about. Who are you two sailors? Adolf Shipman and Detlef Kruger. You boys are getting medals, that's for sure. My goodness. Amazing work. Okay, turn back north. I did not expect to shoot that thing down. They got some really good hits on that airplane. Okay, turn back north and let's continue our chase. U-75 forged ahead towards the unknown contacts. Adolf and Detlef both got half a bottle of Beck's and were cheered on as they clambered down into the boat. The crew was ecstatic, our first victory against an aircraft. Tonight will certainly be a night to remember. At 1 a.m., the bridge crew shouted down, "Ship spotted." Before I could climb up to the bridge, I heard the dreaded call, "Aircraft spotted." I was not risking it a second time, and the alarm was sounded. The boat plunged down to 60 meters. We are at periscope depth, so we are going to take a look up scope. Let's see. 324. And there we have it. Wow. Barely visible at this point. It looks like a large merchant ship, single stack amidships. Scan right. And there is... Okay, I wasn't too far off when I said it might be a fishing boat because it looks like a little trawler that is escorting the ship. That's all I see at the moment. Down scope, surface. All ahead of full. Alright, let's bring the boat up and continue our chase. And they may have changed course. It looks like they were heading more west-northwest here. Something like this. Watch crew's already spotted a couple of things. No need to recharge batteries. I'd rather have the speed. All ahead flank. Let's change course. New heading 320. Let's come up to the bridge. Bring up the Ouzo. There she is. Hello. Large merchant ship. That is the coastal boat. Little patrol craft thing. Not too intimidated by that. There's something a little larger back there off to 005 degrees. That looks like it could be a proper destroyer or another merchant ship. Very hard to make out. It's so dark. However, this is the big prize, I'd say. Large cargo ship, 10,000 tonner right there. What do I have loaded? G7Es all around. Good. Have a couple of T3s, a couple of T2s. Can make good use of those. I may go for a surface attack here. I really cannot make this out, but I do believe it probably is a destroyer of some sort. Change course, 300. Let me get a proper estimate here. What's the range? 5 kilometers away. Okay, interesting. They are nice and close. Of course, I am worried about aircraft showing up and raining on our parade. So it may be best to just try to overtake them. Change course 280. Up the Ouzo. Yeah, these little trawlers, an interesting choice as an escort. The British must be getting desperate. Okay, we are going to race in there. I'll keep you all updated as we move in. Well, thanks to our powerful Ouzo, I'm getting a good look at this patrol craft. And there's something that is very interesting about it, and that is that flag right there. That's a tricolor. They're Italian. Looking at the destroyer, you can see certainly looks Italian as well with that camouflage. And yep, I can make out the Italian flag on the large cargo ship as well. We wasted a whole evening tracking a bunch of Italian ships. And they are using these little patrol craft to escort this cargo ship. There's a second one out there, up to 015 degrees. Fascinating. Well, I'm glad I didn't start lobbing torpedoes their way. My goodness, I'm surprised those aircraft also did not go for them. I guess they did not spot them. Well, let's sail a little bit closer and say hello. Very cool to see this. They are awfully close to Malta here. Well, I guess they're also close to Sicily as well. Yep, we'll move in, say hi, and then be on our merry way. It's all good practice, I suppose. Upon further inspection, our suspicions were proved correct. The convoy was indeed Italian. U-75 approached, and we exchanged greetings before returning to our original course. The morning brought another pair of ships across our path. Upon further inspection, the watch established that they were Albanian-flagged vessels, allies to the Reich. We once again returned to our original course. Those Albanian ships proved to be the last ships we would see for quite some time. At long last, U-75 has arrived at our patrol grid in the eastern Mediterranean, grid CO-18. All is quiet. Frequent hydrophone checks continue. U-75 patrolled grid CO-18 for 48 hours. No ships were sighted or heard. The only development is a mild storm that has brewed over our head. This is our last night in this grid. FDU has reassigned us, and we would be heading back towards Malta. After a 4-day stretch of nothing, Klaus heard screws coming right at us. Oh boy, folks, we have something big. It has been a while since we've stumbled across a ship of any kind. We are patrolling our designated grid of CO-18. We were about to turn back towards Malta when our hydrophone operator picked up this. Warship moving fast, closing, bearing 345, but it's not just one warship, it seems to be a whole bunch of them. I'm honestly not sure if there are any merchant ships in this convoy task force. Let's take a listen. Okay, I may hear a freighter. Yeah, I definitely hear a freighter in there off to 340. We are turning, and we need to start tracking it properly. It looks like they are coming right our way, which is good. Seems like they are on a west-northwest course. Let's plot it as such. And we are going to come up to PD, pop up the scope, and see if we can make anything out. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and these guys are quite far out, 20 kilometers away. But I'm not going to risk surfacing at this point. It seems like we should be able to maneuver into a good position while staying submerged. The water here is quite deep as well, which certainly is good when we are going up against all of these warships. Up scope, let's see if we can see anything. I doubt it, though. Okay, waves are a little choppy, not too bad. Wind speed, I'm guessing, is probably around 3 meters per second. So we shouldn't have to worry about setting our torpedoes super deep or anything. We have all G7Es loaded. Except, let me check. Yep, even in tube 5. Good. That's good to know. And because it is 3 o'clock in the morning, we have a limited amount of time to make this happen before the sun starts to rise. It is going to get quite bright soon. It looks like we have some ships zigzagging about. They are pretty much maintaining this course, though. We are going to continue to close here. We are raising the scope and taking another look into 0330 now. Quick scan. And I have nothing still. Hydrophone operator. Give me a bearing to the nearest ship. 356. I have nothing. Yeah, I can't see a darn thing. Okay. Down scope. We will continue to lay and wait here. Man, this is intimidating though, and all these warships are moving fast. Okay, continue. Go back to just sweeping normally, please. We're going to have one shot here to get our torpedoes off, get their speed and everything, because they are booking it, probably going around 20 some odd knots. This is something important. First ship in sight at long last, and it looks like a 4-stacker. Clemson-class destroyer. Scanning left, I'm not seeing a whole bunch, but I am afraid I'm getting a little too close, so we have turned around, and we are changing course. I want to be far away from this flanking escort. I have a feeling we are going to be taking quite the long-range shot this time around, depending on what's in the convoy. Alright, keep coming this way. Apparently they can see something else out here. Take a look. Yeah, 4-stacker for sure. Scan left. There we go. Cargo ship. Stack seems to be amidships. Can I see the other destroyer? And that's what I'm really worried about. No, I cannot. Problem is, if we get into a good firing position here, we're going to be too close to the warships. Okay, that's a small merchant. The one on the far side, that is a cam ship. Look at that. I can barely make out a catapult on the bow. It's an airplane. The aircraft would launch and protect the convoy from condors and such. It couldn't be recovered, so it would land alongside the aircraft, or alongside the ship. Interesting concept there. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the ship we're going to be able to target. I think our best bet is to engage this small cargo here. Let's find it. It looks like a small cargo. Oh man, it's barely even worth firing at. But we can shoot our stern torpedo tube at it and hopefully get out of the way of the escorts. If we're feeling confident, we can re-engage the camp ship. Yeah, I think this certainly is a small cargo ship. Length 78 meters. I have a G7E loaded in tube number 5, which is kind of perfect for this situation. The enemy destroyer is off to 065. Yeah, there she is, frigate. Really close. I mean, this is a lot of destroyers to deal with for a single merchant ship. I'd like to fire at the cam ship. She is quite a bit further away. Let's find her in the recognition manual. Pretty unique vessel. I mean, we can fire at her instead. She's probably larger by a significant degree. She may be just outside of torpedo range for her. There she is. Yeah, 6,000 tons. for our G7E T2, which has fusing problems, of course. Range 3 kilometers. How far is she right now? Just out. Far too close. Okay. In that case, I think our best bet is going for... If we had a T3, we'd go for that cam ship. Turning around's far too dangerous at this point because of this destroyer. We're going to go for the small cargo ship. That's not exactly what I want to do. It is a kind of a puny target, but might as well. Let's see. Giraffe 7 meters. Alright, 8 meters. Magnetic pistol. Tube 5. Let's reduce speed 2 knots. Ready for silent running. Okay, I want to turn slightly as well. Turn. Bring our rear towards the target. We can try to establish a speed here. That cam ship is mighty tempting. Let's double check range. 2.6. You would be pushing it. Two kilometers away. I think I may take my chances then if she's that close. Okay, get ready to establish the speed. Let's bring up the cam ship in the recognition manual here. 6.9 meters. Oh yeah, we'll set to 8 here. And the cam ship is nice and far away. It's on the other side of the convoy, so, you know, the destroyers may think we're on the far side. Reduce speed. Thought I already ordered that. Drop our scope a little bit. The problem is if the range reading's wrong. And of course the T2 torpedoes are the unreliable ones that we have. They've proven to be alright though. Okay, line this up. I'm guessing they're going, I don't know, 14 knots. What's the top speed of this thing? 13 knots. Okay. They're not going 14 knots. Okay, set this up 180. Mark. Starting at the bow of the ship. Okay, get ready. Length 151. This Granville or this little small merchant ship may get in the way. You know, you better not mess up my reading though. Mark. Okay, 26. Bring it 26, 151. 11 knots. I can buy it. Right, full rudder. That's close. Alright, scope down a little bit. Alright, angle on bow, 80 starboard. Coming around. This shot's tough. Rudder midships. Yeah.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ruder 0 Grad.
None of these shots are really good. Our best shot may be against the frigate. Which what? That's a 700-ton ship. All these... Yeah, I waited too long. Let's look at the frigate. Let's see. Australian. Small little river class or something. Draft 4 meters. Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit the frigate. We gotta hit something here. 4.5 magnetic pistol, open tube 5. And if we miss, we miss. Range, she's really close. Under a kilometer. Set. 11 knots. Set. Angle on bow. Just shy of 90. 80 starboard. Set. Alright. We could, of course, leave, but hey. 1,200 tons is 1,200 tons. It's our best shot we got. Alright, tube 5. There we go, tube 5 away. Running time, just about a minute. Really that long, that's surprising. Okay. Begin dropping down, 120. Okay. You can look at the attack map and kind of see, and there's our torpedo heading towards the target. That looks okay to me. Just a minute runtime. Let's increase speed to 2 knots, please. Now we cross our fingers and wait. Once we get a hit, if we get a hit, we'll move at flank speed, drop a decoy up here, and just get the hell out of Dodge. What's the maximum speed of these frigates? 20 knots. Not outrunning that. On the surface, anyway. Got her. She's going down, that's what I'm talking about. The frigate's been hit. Let's move. Flank speed. Drop a decoy right here. You know, part of me is thinking of doing something really stupid, but we're far too close to surface. Alright, we're just gonna book it. Down to 120 meters, please. And hopefully we can get out of here.
Derzeitige Tiefe 4,0. Derzeitige Tiefe 5,0.
Okay, we have one destroyer pinging us with Aztec. Not a whole lot's going on. Only one of them seems to be investigating. That frigate was hit by that torpedo and went down almost immediately. Here's this warship at 158 degrees. She's investigating where the warship went down. Pinging, but it doesn't look like she has a good idea of where we are. We have proceeded off to the northeast here. It is possible 2 warships have moved to try to pursue us. We're hanging out at 145 meters. We are going to lay low down here for the time being. Hopefully, that decoy is giving them the slip. We'll find out soon. Oh boy, this is great. The decoy is absolutely working. That shallow decoy we launched right after the torpedo hit. They are dropping charges way back here, over a kilometer away from us. That is amazing. We are going to continue on this course. This course is working out for us thus far. If it's not broke, no need to fix it. Depth charges exploding way, way behind us. Well, folks, great news. It's been about an hour. Multiple depth charge patterns have been dropped far behind us, but we have given the enemy the slip. That was a pretty good attack. We didn't hit exactly the most valuable target, but we hit a target using our stern torpedo. Definitely a relatively botched attack, but hey, tonnage is tonnage, and we escaped without receiving any damage, so I am going to take it. Alright folks, if you enjoyed that video, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.